Hello YouTube, StatueHunter's 75 here with StatueHunter's Bags and Boards, episode 86. It's not a new comic book day episode of Bags and Boards. It's a Boston Comic Con 2019 haul video. So we'll see what I picked up at the Boston Comic Con. Quite a bit of stuff in this bag of goodies. I think you see that 9.8 peeking out. Let's take a peek at that. It's one of the better ones that I got. I was wanting this book for a while. I passed and slept on it when it came out, and then it sold out quick, and I lost my chance. But I got my chance back. This artist, who I love his stuff, was at the con and selling some of his stuff with the Comic Mint. They were there with him at his table, you know, because he does a lot of stuff for them. I don't know if I've given enough hints away, but the artist is Shannon Mayer, and he's really a hot artist right now. His stuff is just so beautiful and lifelike, very Art Germ-esque, very much like Art Germ. Or I'd say my favorite artist right now with this type of art is Stanley Art Germ Lau, Kendrick Kunka Lim, this artist Shannon Mayer, In-Yuk Lee. Those are a few to name right now, and here's a beautiful piece autographed. There's like the book autograph, and there's his actual signature. And this is the Virgin cover. It's not the Blood edition, unfortunately. They were sold out of that. It is limited to 150 copies. It's CGC Signature Series white pages, and it is dark red #1 from Aftershock Comics from March of 2019, and it's signed by Shannon Mayer on April 23rd of 2019. It's a Comic Mint Virgin Edition A. Tim Seeley story, Corin Howell art, Shannon Mayer cover. Like I said, limited to 150, and it's beautiful. Let's get a nice little shot of that right there. Yeah, very happy with that acquisition. What else did I get? I went by kind of like an independent table, and these were just a few extra things I bought to support them. It's Source Point Press. It's a one-shot. It was pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. Beyond the Demon, the Sea, and it's done with all tattoo art, which is really cool. They said they're eventually going to do like Japanese, an issue with like Japanese tattoo art, an issue with like bubble tattoo art. So all different things. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, because it is pretty cool. That's what made me want to just get it. I have a tattoo myself. So like the whole comic is kind of in tattoo art, which is different, pretty cool. So it was different. So I picked it up, gave them a little support. They signed it for me, which was pretty cool. And the guy was really nice. So grabbed this. The whole reason that brought me to this table was they had Floppy Cop. My buddy Matt, who read Floppy Cop, said it was terrible. He didn't like it, but some people said they liked it. So it got mixed reviews, I guess. And I never got a chance to pick up the issue when it came out to the local store. So they had it. So that's what like drove me to it. So that was originally what happened. He made a deal with me. One of the artists at the table, I forget which one he was of the two people that signed it. I think it was Goldsmith. B. Goldsmith was the guy, I think. But here it is. He had Floppy Cop, and he was like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you the whole series for $15. It was a 5-issue series. So they're technically they're $4 a piece. So he gave me the whole thing for $15, which was pretty cool. And I was able to get that copy of Floppy Cop #1. So grab that. And the other book that he told me about that he did, His partner at the table there did Floppy Cop. He didn't even do Floppy Cop, so I felt bad, and I bought one of his books, which was that tattoo art book, and this book, The Seance Room. So, pretty cool. Figured I'd give it a whirl, check it out. And, of course, he signed it, too. So, there we go. That was that table. I finally picked this up. It's a minor key. It's the first cameo appearance of Jane Foster as Thor, and also for my daughter, her favorite character, Spider-Gwen. So it's the first cameo appearance of Spider-Gwen and female Jane Foster Thor. It's Hawkeye versus Deadpool, number 0. I have had the hardest time finding this at any local comic shop, so I was pretty glad to finally acquire it. Also picked up a few copies of this. I got this book originally from Comically Speaking, had it graded, and it came back restored at a 7.5, so I wanted to get a better, nicer copy. And I got 2 good deals on the same book at 2 different tables, so couldn't pass it up. 2 pretty cherry copies of, and I'll take the more the merrier, because when she's finally in a movie, and she eventually will be, I believe, Power Girl right there, this is her first appearance. When that happens, this thing's I'm gonna be glad I bought 2 of them. Get them both graded, and they'll be worth a fortune. So it's All Star Comics, number 58. It's from like February of like 62 or something like that. It was a while ago, so back when comic books were a quarter. So bought 2 copies of it, pretty sharp copies, great deals, so couldn't pass them up. So there we have it. What else did I get? Got a bunch of these, a couple of these. This is a new hot book, Marvel Secret Wars, number 1. A few things make this book hot. They're speculating, all the speculators are saying that the Marvel Cinematic Universe, their next big thing for the Avengers might be Secret Wars. So that's why this is hot all of a sudden now. And also there's an error in it. And both these copies are the error. Believe it or not, I think the error is less rare than the actual correction. It's Thanos on not Thanos, I'm sorry, Galactus on a certain page in the book. Galactus is like blue and white, like the color's all messed up. And it's a color error on that one page. And I guess, I've saw in other videos from like Comic Tom 101 with Mill Geek Comics, the guy who owns Mill Geek Comics. He said he dug out like 50 of these in his store of Secret Wars number 1, and through all 50 that he went through, 48 of them were the error and only 2 were the corrected. So I believe it's the corrected that's actually probably down the road going to be worth more, because it's it seems to be a lower ratio of that appearing. So anyway, moving on. Also picked up the foil Virgin variant of this. And I'm not sure, is that a little bit more bloody than the other one? There's a few extra drops of blood. I don't think it's the blood variant, but... Or maybe it is, because it does have the blood up top. Huh. It might be the blood variant. Not sure. But that's the foil version. And it was a good price, so picked it up. And that crease is not the book. So there you have it. Oh yeah, I was stoked to pick this up because it's got Rasputin on the cover, the new character. It's the 1 in 10 variant of Powers of X. And I picked this up from a great guy. Once he had a lot of good stuff, man. If you get a chance to check out his shop, here's his info. It's a one-stop shop. He's in Clinton, Mass. And it sounds like he's got a really cool shop. So there's all his stuff. He does a lot of stuff with the variants and stuff. And here's all the info. And you even get a coupon code for 20% off your order. And the coupon is valid through August 31st of 2019. So there you go, one-stop shop. Check them out. Always willing to support some good people in the comics game. And he was nice enough to sell that to me at a fair price. He actually he knows my friend Anthony from Paper Sound too. So good guy. What was his name? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if this was. I don't think this was actually his specific card. So his name's not on there, unfortunately. I think it might have been my. I don't even want to say the wrong name. So I met a lot of people, but I did make sure to get his card and his flyer to give him his little shout out there on the video. Nice guy. Also picked this up. This was I didn't get the Virgin variants because the Virgin variants were $100 for the pair. I don't know if that was a good price or not. I didn't have time to like look it up. I had a lot going on. Although I love this art from I think it's Perillo, and it's really nice. Even the regular Phoenix, I love it, but the Dark Phoenix is way hotter. Very cool, like Art Germ, Greg Hornish type art. So it's the Power of X #1 variant and the House of X #1 variant. So I was glad to pick up the trade dress editions. Oh, really cool book right here. This was, it was a show exclusive, and they only had a few left. And it was only $40, and really cool. Transformers #1, it's metal. So, as you can see, the reflection. Really cool with the metal cover on the book. So, I was glad I picked that up. I wonder what it's like to get a metal book graded. Does it come in at a guaranteed 10? Gem Mint 10. Oh, this book I've been searching for a while for a nice copy, and I found a nice copy at a fair price. He sold it to me for much less than $200, but psyched to get this book. This is Kiss #1. And what's really cool, I'm a huge Kiss fan. I love Kiss, the band Kiss, and this is this ain't their first appearance in comics. I have their first appearance in comics. It's a Howard the Duck, like 48 or something like that. But the cool thing about this book is it's 40 pages of full color comics, plus never before published photos and features, and it's printed in real Kiss blood. That's cool. So that's cool. Glad to finally have that in the collection. And last but not least is another book I've been searching for, and he had a pretty good copy there, but even it was less money, but it was in worse condition. So I grabbed this bad boy, and yeah, this is nice. Very happy to finally have this. Was finally able to get this, and it's graded. It's a CBCS. It's an older case, and it's 9.2. As you see, it's DC Comics Presents. It's from October, my birth year, of 1980. And cover art and story, Jim Stalin, art George Perez and Joe Delvo, story Mary Wolfman and Bob Zakis. It's 9.2 white pages. It's the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. Raven, first appearance of Raven, first appearance of Starfire, and first appearance of Cyborg in a 16-page preview. So that's pretty cool. And the reason I got it was it was Starfire's first appearance. So that's why I was all over it. And there you have it. So that's everything, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you checking out my Boston Comic Con haul from 2019. And if you guys liked what I got, liked what I brought you, give a thumbs up, please, and like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And if you do subscribe, hit the bell next to the subscribe button, and that bell will let you know, send you alerts every time I put up a new video. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and have a good evening.